Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests present here. Welcome to the meeting number 89th, 40th of Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club. I am Maanvi Kumar, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I'm sure you all are as excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before starting, I would like to begin by stating the mission of Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Before we start the meeting, I also want to highlight few key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Your audio should only be on when need to speak or called to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on these topics, we at Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club request all the speakers, role players, and guests to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion both in letter and in spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that creates hostility and discomfort for the members and the guests. Now, I would like to call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. He is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 10 pass in Toastmasters. He has been a President Distinguished Division Director, a Distinguished Area Director in past. He has played several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, non-profits. Currently, he is building his own edutech startup named Practive. He is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. Can we give a huge round of applause for our presiding officer? Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, our Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar. That's a Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar for starting the meeting today on time, as usual, as per the Gabbys tradition. With this, let me get the meeting started. I hereby call the meeting to order. Today is a very special day for all of us at the Gabbys. A couple of things that I would want to announce. The first is that we have got a couple of new members who are joining our board, joining our family, coming on board. First is Toastmaster Anand. I don't know if Anand is here. I don't see him here. So Toastmaster Anand is joining the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. He will be a member of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. Welcome, Toastmaster Anand in absentia. The second person joining the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club from 1st of April is Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Toastmaster Mukund Joshi and Toastmaster Anand are both reinstated members, and we love the fact that many Toastmasters across the world are choosing Gabbys as the place where they can restart their Toastmaster journey. No wonder this club is becoming, and the three clubs of the Gabbys is becoming a home for all of those people who want to return back to Toastmaster. We already have Toastmaster Sandeep Belekar, Toastmaster Anupama Venugopal, and now we have got Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, Toastmaster Anand, who are all reinstated members who are coming back to Toastmasters with the Gabbys. We feel privileged that they have chosen the Gabbys as their home. The other reason why I'm extremely happy about the meeting today is that I have the pleasure of announcing that we have two winners in the international speech contest from the two clubs. One is from the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club for Area B4, and from the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, the parent club, the oldest of the three Gabbys club, and from Area B1. So with this, we have 9 out of the 24 contestants. I want you to listen to this because this is spectacular. Probably very few clubs would be able to make an announcement like this. And I have the privilege, and I am making this announcement with a lot of humility and with a lot of pride, that we have 9 out of 24 contestants contesting at the division level. So that is what, and this is 3 of the 21 clubs that we have on the in the division. So 3 of the 21 clubs in the division is sending 9 out of the 24 contestants that we have at the division level for international speech contest, evaluation speech contest, and table topic contest happening on 27th of April, Saturday, for Division B, District 92. And this is a huge moment for us because we are just a club which is just 3 years old. The oldest of the 3 clubs is 3 years old. The other 2 clubs, one is less than 1 year, one the other is less than 6 months. So it's a matter of great pride for us, and it's a lot of responsibility on us that we are actually we are the flag bearers of the area for the respective areas at the division. And I'm sure that the Gabbys will continue to rise and shine. Apart from this, we have had several of our contestants from other clubs in other areas and divisions as well. The Gabbys is also a good practice ground for a lot of Toastmasters going for contests. So we have the current District 98 table topic champion, Joan Joseph from the Gabbys. We have got our other area contestants, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera, Toastmaster Raja Balaji, who have also competed at the area level. And they are not from the District 92, but from different districts. But what I would want us to appreciate and celebrate the fact is that they have chosen the Gabbys as a place where they would want to sharp and shine, so sharpen their skills, and so that they can shine outside of the club and beyond the club. So thank you so much, everyone. That's a lot for us to talk about and celebrate in one single meeting, but then that's a good problem to have. And I would love to have this problem every single meeting, every single week, 3 times a week rather. And with this, let me also quickly take a few feedback from some of the people who are new. Okay, I think we have got another new Toastmaster who has joined, and I'm just seeing we are Toastmaster Manikanda. I will welcome you, Dina. Give me a few minutes. Toastmaster Manikandan Vardharaj, he is also a new member of the Gabbys family. Welcome to the Gabbys, Toastmaster Mani. Thank you for joining the Gabbys family. And we have a few guests. The first one is Toastmaster Dina, who we just heard. Dina is more family than guest. But thank you, Dina, for joining us. And thank you. Do you want to say a quick hi? You can unmute yourself, Dina. Thank you. Thank you, Dina. So just a quick background to our friendship with the Gabbys. Dina and I first met at the Division B event, Table Topic Mania. And from there on, it was a friendship which started and which has started growing stronger and stronger. And that's why we see her in every meeting of the Gabby. She loves being here. We love when she is here. So the admiration is absolutely mutual, Dina. And I see Toastmaster Lakshma Ratnaike. And I'm sure, Lakshma, you're from Sri Lanka. Thanks to cricket, we more or less understand the Sri Lankan surnames now. Lakshma, are you from Sri Lanka?
Yeah, I'm from Sri Lanka.
Okay, a quick introduction.
I am Lakshma Ratnaike from Sri Lanka, and I think this is my third meeting. So yeah, I like to improve my English knowledge, and thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. You are I mean, you are now you are capable of that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Indians can pronounce other South Asian names easily. That's one rare talent that we have, because we face the same problem. Okay, and we also have guests, Toastmaster Sadil, who is also from Sri Lanka. He's a role taker today, so I'm not going to invite him to introduce himself. I'll let the TMOD and the general evaluator do that. I also have one more special announcement to make. Today we are also the home club of our area director, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey, and who's the area director of Area B4, District 92. Toastmaster Priyanka is today here with us as a table topic evaluator, but she's also here in her official capacity, visiting us as the area director. A warm welcome to our area director, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey. And Priyanka, a big thanks to you for the way you have conducted the club contest at the Gabbys. such seamless execution of 3 contests. It's something that, it's beyond words in terms of appreciation. I think it's as big as an area contest, and you pulled it off really well. So thank you so much. So you have your own area contest, and then you have the Gabbys area contest. So it was a lot of work. Thank you so much for doing it so well. And I will be inviting Priyanka for her area director visit report and observations towards the end of the meeting when I present the PO report. With this, I will now invite the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Renu is from a town to which a lot of us have a lot of memories attached, particularly those who are cricket fans. Any guesses which town I'm talking about? Anyone who's a cricket fan would know this particular town.
Ranchi.
Mohali.
Kolkata.
Lovely. Jaspreet, is that general knowledge or is that like?
It's both.
Oh, I guess so.
Kolkata.
Mohali, yeah. So cricket fans would know the town very well. Thank you, Rina. And Renu is from Mohali. It's a vibrant satellite town in North India. Her professional journey led her down the path of software engineering, yet she paused for a significant chapter, embracing motherhood, where her children emerged as her ultimate motivation. A dreamer by nature and an avid knowledge seeker, she is poised to embark on new life roles. Communication has been a constant thread in her story, whether on the school stage, as a young girl, in speech contests, or as a storyteller to her children. With this, please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Renu, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, DTM Sourav, for that great introduction. And a very warm welcome to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests over here. So the theme for today is change. The only constant in life is change. So this is a well-known adage. This is often attributed to the Greek philosopher Philoctetes. The statement, the idea that is reflected by this adage is that change is an inherent and an unavoidable aspect of existence. So throughout history, societies, individuals, and the natural world have experienced continuous transformations in various forms, whether it be cultural, technological, environmental, or personal. The most significant change for our generation occurred amid the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm convinced that every person underwent some form of transformation during these difficult times. Work from home, it became the new normal. Homeschooling, again, was the new normal. And the positive thing was the children, they embraced it very positively. The families were once again bonding. They were bonding over shared chores like cooking, cleaning, all the simpler tasks, rather than watching Netflix or movies like that. Would anyone in the meeting here like to share their changes that they accepted during the COVID pandemic? I would ask the guests present here. Yes.
Myself, I was watching the cable channel before
Okay.
the pre-COVID. During
Right.
the COVID, I started watching the streaming channel. That was a paradigm shift that has happened.
Right, right. Okay, nice. Anybody else?
Can I have a chance?
Sure, Lakshmi.
Actually, in COVID-19 period, some kind of a awesome thing happens in my house, because in my family we were become so much busy with our own work, and suddenly, because of a vacation that we have come to our lives, Amma and me tries so many recipes, and we ate a lot of food, fancy food even. So
Right,
I
right.
really enjoyed that, and it was marvelous. And
Yeah.
of course, my brother and Apache also really like to eat those food, and
Food,
it
right.
was amazing.
Yeah, that pandemic time was just like that. We all bonded over food. We cooked different recipes, right? Right. Nice. Anybody else would like to take?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sudhir.
I'm Sunil Gupta. Yeah,
Yes.
I have become
so cautious, or you can say more cautious about eating healthy foods to enhance my immunity.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I started eating green vegetables more than
More,
earlier.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, right.
Yeah.
What I would just say, like for me, what happened was my husband of 14 years at that time was in sale. Had been in sales field all throughout. So he never ever spent more than 8 hours at home, even on a weekend, right? He was always traveling. To our family, it was the biggest change. That is getting to spend time with him. So we baked, we cleaned dishes together, we took care of our garden, we sat together with our children, binge watched web series, a new thrill that arrived around those times. And we just like, it was great time for family bonding time. And my children tell that what they learned during those time was the importance of sanitization and of course caring for others, like wearing masks when we are traveling outside, when we are in community. So just caring for others became so much evident around that time. And the children are still continuing to adopt those habits that they formed during that COVID time. They are still practicing it. This is the biggest thing that they learned. And what I think, as for my husband, who could just not sit at home, this became as a very big change for him to be stuck back at home. So I think pandemic in totality brought about the importance of acceptance, right? And openness to new experiences. The new experiences was like we were working work from home, homeschooling, and so on. So in a sense, it reminds us that change is not something to fear about, but it is rather an opportunity for learning, for evolution, and for our own growth, our own progress. This exhibit that change, whether embracing or resisting, undeniably make us feel alive and contribute positively to our overall well-being. I feel there is indeed a delicate balance that exists between the comfort of a routine and the challenge that comes with a change. I will delve deeper into this balance, but for now, I will move further into our meeting and I will just introduce the format of our meeting. The Toastmaster meeting here has 3 sections. The first section is the prepared speeches, followed by the second section, the table topic session, which is a good practice for impromptu speaking, followed by the general evaluation section. So before we move into the first section, the prepared speeches, we have a special team for smooth conduct of this meeting. This team here is headed by the general evaluator, and general evaluator for today is DTM Sourav Dutta. As we all know him here, he's the winner of the 2 DTM awards. He has completed 10 parts in the Toastmasters pathway. He has been a president of Distinguished Division Director and a Distinguished Area Director in the past. And outside of Toastmasters, Sourav has played several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and non-profit organizations. Currently, Sourav is building his own edtech startup, Practive, which he founded in June 2020. Team Sourav, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. And I will, so change is the theme of the meeting today. And change is the only constant, but change is only good if it is purposeful. If we know that why we are changing and we are changing for good. So to ensure that this happens, we evaluate every speech, every role in a meeting. And there is a person who sits down and takes note of everything that's happening during the meeting, before the meeting, and after the meeting. I will be playing that role today as the general evaluator. And to do that, I have a team that will assist me in doing my duties as the general evaluator. The team consists of a timer, an R counter, a grammarian, and a listener. So I would be now inviting all the members of my team, my TAGL team, as they're popularly called. The first member of my TAGL team is our timer. Our timer for today is the VP Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, uh, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. Toastmaster Sudharma is from Sri Lanka. She is a fellow chartered accountant. And as we all know, she's an extremely enterprising and a hardworking Toastmaster. Many of us are in this meeting thanks to her perseverance, resilience, and constant follow-ups. And with this, I would hand over the stage to our timer for today, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. Over to you, Sudharma.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that introduction. And as timer today, I will time prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. For prepared speeches, we have 5 to 7 minutes speech today. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will show red card. There will be 30 seconds grace period, upper and lower end. For table topic, we have 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show green card, 1 minute and 30 seconds, yellow card. At 2 minutes, red card. There will be 30 seconds grace period at the lower end. For evaluation, it will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, yellow card. At 3 minutes, red card. There will be 30 seconds grace period at upper end and lower end. I will submit my report at the end of the general evaluation. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much. And let me now introduce the second member of our TAGL team, which is our counter for today. And our counter for today is Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari. Toastmaster Bimpy, can you please explain your role?
Yes.
Our counter for today's meeting.
Yeah. So as our counter for today's meeting, the purpose of our counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by any of the speaker or the role players or the TTM table topic speeches. So this report will be shared when general evaluator called for this report, and also I will be attaching to this chat. And this report consists of 5 major areas. First is filler words such as and inappropriate interjections, for instance, and well, but, so, you know. The use of the crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. And also I will make note of repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, this means, this means. And also I will be noting down of long and short pauses made by the speakers. This is my counter roles and responsibility. Over to you, General Evaluator of the day, DTM Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much. And I just realized that I forgot introducing the counter for today. Our counter, Bimpy, is a senior quality analyst at one of the pharmaceutical companies. She loves traveling and cooking in her leisure time, and she joined Toastmasters to elevate her public speaking and leadership skills. Thank you so much, Bimpy, for taking the counter role today and explaining the role of the counter. From a senior quality analyst, we now have a physics teacher and also a student. So our grammarian for today is both a learner and a teacher. He's the sergeant at arms of the Negombo Toastmasters Club. Currently, he works as a part-time physics teacher and is waiting for his higher studies until next month. The most interesting thing about his introduction is he loves solving Rubik's Cube puzzles in his free time. Please welcome our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Sadil Jayathilake from Sri Lanka. Over to you, Toastmaster Sadil.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, for that wonderful introduction. Now, I'm Sadil Jayathilake, and I'm the grammarian for this meeting. Basically, my job is to be the English teacher in this entire meeting. As a grammarian, I have 2 jobs. Job number 1 is to keep in track of a good use of language as well as the bad use of language. And job number 2 is to introduce you the word of the day. Now, when a speaker has uttered the word of the day, to pay our gratitude, because it's hard to use the word of the day during a prepared speech, table topic, or while you are speaking. So it's much more appreciated if you can react with a round of applause when someone has uttered the word of the day. Now, since the theme of this meeting is change, I have word of the day regarding to change. Wait, I will share the word of the day. Is this visible?
Yes, it is
Is it
visible.
visible?
Yes.
So if you have ever dealt with Microsoft PowerPoint, you know this word. It's more. Now, the meaning of morph is undergo a gradual transformation or change. It might be in form, shape, character, or anything. It just means a gradual change. For an example, over time, the caterpillar will morph into a butterfly. Or another example, as seasons change, the landscape gradually morphs in a lush greenery to vibrant autumn colors. Another example, you can morph into great public speakers with Toastmasters International. So the word of the day is morph. That means a gradual change or transformation. I encourage you to use the word of the day more and more throughout this meeting, and I will come back with my report when the general evaluator calls me. Back to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sadil. And let me now move on to the person, to another, who's another teacher. And this time it's a listener, Toastmaster Mita M. Shah. Toastmaster Mita is a teacher by passion and profession with a focus on building a strong foundation through early childhood education for children. Please welcome Toastmaster Mita M. Shah, who's also the VP membership of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club and a huge driving force behind our constant adding of members to our club. Thank you, Mita, and please introduce your role as the listener.
Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow. Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am a listener of the day. I will be listening closely to everything said during the meeting and will draft short questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. So that was my TAGL team for today, and that's my explanations of the roles for now with my team as the general evaluator. I will be back towards the end of the meeting when invited by our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Over to you, Renu, for taking the meeting forward.
Thank you, DTM Sourav. Now it's time for the first section of the meeting, the prepared speeches. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Samita Kar. Samita has a 30+ years of experience in academy as a principal and now as a trainer. She is the mother of 2 wonderful children, and one of them, her own son, Sourav, introduced her to Toastmasters. Today's Toastmaster Samita is attempting her level 3, project 2 of Path Effective Coaching. Her project name is Using Presentation Software. The purpose of her project is to introduce or review basic presentation software strategies for creating and using slides to support or enhance a speech. The purpose of her speech is to demonstrate her understanding of how to use presentation software, including the creation of slides and incorporating the technology into a speech. Timer, please note the duration of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Jaspreet. Toastmaster Jaspreet, please confirm your presence.
Yes, I'm there.
Toastmaster Samita, are you ready? Please
Yes,
confirm
I'm
your-
ready.
So here we are with the first speech. The Toastmaster Samita, what changed? What changed Toastmaster Samita?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. When I tell you one word, the word, just tell me what comes to your mind. Don't think too much. The word is Nalanda? Can someone unmute and tell me what comes to your mind?
University, yeah.
University.
Oldest university of India.
Oldest university.
University. Yes, the oldest university. Today, I'll be telling you about the oldest university that India had. I hope you can see my slide.
Yes.
Is my slide visible?
Yes.
A few days ago, I had the opportunity to visit Nalanda. Standing in front of the ruins, as you can see, I was left awestruck. This university was built thousands of years ago. Today it is in ruins. It was the longest running university, 700 years to be precise. It is said that scholars from different countries came to study here. And then one day, some person came and burned it. Burned the library, which was the storehouse of knowledge. And that library went on burning for 6 months. What a colossal waste of knowledge. But the question that came to my mind, this knowledge that is supposed to have disappeared by burning of the books is lost to us. But education is still present in today's society. What can be the similarity between what happened so many years ago and say a premier institute like IIT? Has everything changed or are there some similarities? This is definitely a huge topic. I thought, let me pick up a few of the points and then study. And I'm happy to share with you what I have done. IIT Kharagpur, built in 1951, the first IIT of India, the premier institute. When we look at IIT and Nalanda area-wise, we see that Nalanda was built over 1,500 hectares, out of which only 1% has been recovered because the rest of are under the ground. We don't know about it. Today, when we talk of IIT, we have 850 hectares of land that has been used to build the study area, the institute. So we can see that huge tracts of land is needed if we want to build a premier institute. Next, what was the entrance exam like? Was it as difficult as it is today? Yes, it was. In Nalanda, the entrance was conducted at the door itself. The doorkeeper used to ask questions. And if you could answer those questions, you would be allowed to come inside. If not, you were sent away. Today, if we look at the entrance exams, in IITs, only 1% of the students who appear get in these premier institutes. I have included NEET here because medicine is another branch altogether in today's era. So 1% and in NEET, 9%. There were a variety of topics that were being taught there: theology, grammar, logic. Here we have all the engineering subjects, and for medicine, we have a separate institute. It's not taught together. If we look at the floor plan, something very interesting has come up, that in Nalanda, there was a hall where they used to study and students used to live around it. No student could escape the teacher. No mass bunking because the teacher would go and catch them and bring them there. IIT also has a hostel which is just nearby. So IIT also has a place for students to stay and study. Do they have food? Yes, mess is there. In Nalanda, at the end of the hall, there used to be a well from where the students could drink water. Did the institute run by itself? No. King Dharmapala and Harshavardhana, both of them were huge contributors to the economy. They gave land, they gave money to it. Today, Government of India is doing the same thing. So if you have an educational institute, you have to invest heavily on that if you want people who are very good. They had study hall, we have lecture hall. There were prominent people who gave back to society. Aryabhatta, who gave the concept of zero. Harshavardhana, who became an emperor. Huan Sang was a scholar from China, and Fa Yan, a Chinese scholar who came to study. And IIT, we all know Sundar Pichai, CEO of Vishwa Kalyan Rath, who is a content creator, and Gaurav Taneja, who is a YouTuber. Today's world, they are doing so well. And Professor who has studied, Professor Amit Patra, who has studied in IIT and giving back to IIT. He is the alumni there. What we can see is that education, maybe it is thousands of years apart, but there are some core pillars which is always there. Look at the alumni. They are giving back to society. Then also they had given back to society. They had gone in to do enormous work. And today also we are having thousands of years apart. But education, some things are timeless. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. That was a very wonderful comparison between the Nalanda University that existed and somewhere around 700 years back, if I'm right. So with IIT Kharagpur, right? That was fabulous. And this change from Nalanda to IIT Kharagpur is really amazing. And how the Indian brains are giving back to the society and creating overall the cosmopolitan existence. They're establishing their existence. Thank you. That we come to the next speaker of the meeting, that is the Toastmaster Smruti S. Mohanty. Smruti is a sales manager by profession and a certified soft skill trainer by interest. After almost a decade, she is now a full-time management student by virtue of time. She joined Toastmasters to sharpen her saw of public speaking. Outside Toastmaster, she's mindful, introverted soul whose life revolves around food made by others. Family is another aspect to her life, and dance. Today's Toastmaster Smruti is attempting her level 5, project 1 of Path Persuasive Influence. Her project name is High Performance Leadership. The purpose of her project to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of her speech is to introduce her plan and vision. Timer, please note that the duration of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. Toastmaster Chitrakshi, please confirm your presence.
I'm here.
Yeah, thank you. And Toastmaster Smruti, are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So Toastmaster Smruti, scope of my kaleidoscope. Scope of my kaleidoscope, Toastmaster Smruti.
A combination of science and visual arts in a stunning fashion makes a kaleidoscope. Recently, I have been thinking a lot about this concept as a rich metaphor for life in its own hues and glory. Because just like kaleidoscope, our life is full of unexpected twists and beautiful colors. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, these beautiful colors are the opportunities, and the unexpected twists are the scope. Such an opportunity knocked my door in the form of Gabbys' speechcraft session. Let me take you all through the scope of this kaleidoscope. Speechcraft is a well-known terminology for most of the Toastmasters who are present in the meeting today. But for the benefit of guests, in a nutshell, Speechcraft is a blend learning program designed to provide optimal support for learners who predominantly want to develop their leadership skills, communication skills, and public speaking in general. So I got an opportunity to execute one of Gabby's Speechcraft session thoroughly from tip to toe. I gave my commitment to do the same instantly because I was under the impression that this will be like some general session where I'll be either emceeing or hosting it, facilitating it as a host with limited responsibility, with a set duration and for a set target audience. But after going through the details, I realized that it was higher than that. It was a bigger picture which I was actually not forecasting. So it was more and beyond coordinating the task. I was given a set premise, an outline to refer, but with my knowledge and leadership style, I was expected to sketch a fine blueprint with beautiful artifacts building the foundation of new illuminating masterpieces called Speechcrafters, who were none other than the assigned team members. Totally strange, new to me, people who will be my teammates for a stretch duration. And now I have to work with them collaboratively and successfully execute this project. My artifacts were a vision board with smart goals, plan of action, and a solid guidance committee. Guidance committee, whom I term as the guardian angels of this galaxy of speechcraft session. You might be wondering how. Okay then. With a quick raise of hand, let me know how many of you have seen a kaleidoscope, at least a picture you might have come across back in school days or in literature. Anyone? Okay. That's interesting. It's always good when your audience are quite familiar with the terminology. But for those who are yet to get an exposure of the same, a kaleidoscope is an optical instrument, mostly in the shape of a tube, which has reflecting surfaces, and they're tilted towards each other at an angle, which holds and guards the object inside it. And if you peep within, it creates magical reflection of tiny objects. Now for me, the guidance committee were those optical instruments who were providing those reflecting surfaces for the speechcrafters to shine throughout the entire journey. The surface is the guidance committee. The tiny particles are the speechcrafters. Then who am I? Who am I in this kaleidoscope? I was privileged to be that binding element like a tape or a glue who was holding the entire device. I got an opportunity to reflect on my perceived certain leadership style with open knowledge, adaptive and learning skills. My guidance committee is consisting of 3 primary members who are none other than the 3 presidents of Gabbys family. With their plethora of knowledge, exposure, expertise, and extended support, I'm optimistic to bring this project to its fullest potential. Now the guidance committee is ready. My strange team members are ready. Now I have decided to dedicate my time for planning, organizing, and facilitating certain specific tasks. The vision of this project is to help members, the speechcrafters, turn their skill into a craft and art of public speaking. Our goal is to teach fundamentals, the basic fundamentals of public speaking in an elaborative manner as well, giving them exposure to certain uncertain situations and atmosphere similar to any Toastmasters meeting. our blueprint was ready and is ready to go live. We have established and decided to have 8 meeting dates with unique topic. List of possible role takers are ready. We have agreed to make each session a combination of education, speeches, and improv speaking. The Zoom will be our meeting location. With the set agenda, guidance committee, and the members, we are ready for the first orientation meeting. Now we have taken this intent, with this intention, we have decided to go on forward this voyage of life. Well, in a good day, I am more of an altruist when it comes to a leadership style, where I prefer to lead a team and I operate with a set of values in building and fostering positive relationships, collaboration, and contribution. But who knows how things will unfold with these consecutive sessions, because the morphing process has started and life is full of endless possibilities twined with human experiences, just like a kaleidoscope. How this journey will go, what obstacle we might face, whether we'll succeed or fail, I'm leaving it on time. But if you are curious to know more, then stay tuned and wait for my next speech. Meanwhile, from experience, let me share something with you that each one of us has certain unique patterns and characteristics like a kaleidoscope. In different lights and environment, these pattern changes and we are revealed with a new and beautiful wings. Did you find your scope to the kaleidoscope? Just think through. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Renu.
Wow, Smruti, that's a wonderful plan. Wishing you all the good luck and looking forward to your next speech also. Okay, now here is once again in this plan, it's again breaking a monotony over here. What I would say is just making a plan, new plan, venturing into a new new plan for the in the speechcraft program. Okay, if I may ask the timer, was there any disqualifications?
There are no disqualifications.
Okay. So if I may ask the Zoom master, please launch the polls for the speaker, the best speaker here. You need to, yeah, the speaker name have to be changed, please. We will relaunch the poll shortly, right? So let's get back to our theme once again. So finding a balance between the stability of routines and the need for variety and stimulation is essential for our overall well-being. So introducing small changes or challengings into our routines, they can help to break the monotony and keep things fresh and exciting. So when I joined Toastmaster, a sense of stability and control was already prevailing in my life. But beneath the facade of control and perfection, there was a hidden dissatisfaction with the lack of novelty and excitement. The household duties which I carried out were once very challenging, but now they seemed less fulfilling. I realized the need to seek different experiences. Is there anyone else present in the meeting room who would be willing to discuss how they have embraced any change? Nobody? Okay.
I don't mind sharing one
Sure.
change which,
Yeah.
okay, for me, it is a big change because I was very, very addicted to tea and my day had to start with tea. It was the COVID time where I took a strong decision that I will not start my day with tea. And I'll only have tea once a day because I was very addicted to tea. So that's a big change for me.
Right, right. Nice. Okay, same here. I'll just make a confession over here. of lately, I have made a commitment to myself of doing the uncomfortable, right? So whenever I face a situation or whenever I'm asked to do something, so which I feel is uncomfortable, I make it a point that I do it. So this is the change that I have brought in myself and to break the monotony in my life, right? And it has brought in the stimulation also, and it brings gives me that adrenal rush, which is very much required. So let's once again change the course of the meeting and enter the second section of our meeting, the table topic session, the sensational table topic session. And the table topic master is Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. And today she's Monica, let's have a brief introduction about her. She's an MBA and a management consultant at Accenture Strategy. She's a bibliophile, a garden enthusiast, a fitness freak, and a baker. And if I remember right, she's a new mother also. Am I right, Monica?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute, I'm struggling with my camera, so I'm trying to log
Sure.
in through my phone.
Right. We're waiting. Today, Monica is the table topic master, and she's also attempting her level 3 project 3 of Part Visionary Communications. Her project name is Active Listening. The purpose of her project is to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say. Her role as table topic master will be evaluated by Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey. Toastmaster Priyanka, please confirm your presence.
Yes, I'm there.
Toastmaster Monica, are you ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Over to
I am the, yeah, please. I am the table topic master for today. And as the theme of this meeting suggests, that change is the only constant. So let's explore around this topic and let's see who's going to be the first table topic audience for today. Anyone who would want to take a stab at it? Let me check.
So Dina has raised her hand, Monica. You can give a topic on chat and just read out the topic for Dina.
Okay.
And yeah, and then after that it's Bhavya Jain was raised. Bhavya, and then I'll keep on telling you the names.
Okay. So hi, Dina. The topic for you is, do you think an idea can really change your life? Do you think an idea can really change your life?
Okay, I'm putting the topic on chat. You can move on to Bhavya for the next topic.
Okay. Bhavya, the topic for you is, if given a choice, what would you change? If given a choice, what would you change?
So whenever I moved around the streets of India, the only thing that strikes to me that a city is not accessible. We are the ones who have made the people disabled. The term is differently abled, but I'm sure many of us have heard people saying disabled. It's we humans who have made them disabled. Whenever we move around the city, the footpaths, we sometimes notice some yellow tiles. Anyone knows what those yellow tiles are for? Anyone can unmute and answer. Okay, so those tiles are called tactile tiles. They are for the blind people so that they can follow along them and know the way is continuous and they can reach wherever they want to. But unfortunately, in India, we have those tactile tiles, but they are not continuous in the entire city. At every distance of a tactile tile, there would be a tree or a pole, or it would be abruptly ending on the street. There would be pathways, but they won't have any ramp so that any person on the wheelchair or who can't climb the steps or who is not completely fit to go up and down would not be able to cross it. Talking about the blinds, think about the people who are in 60s or 70s. They can't go and walk in the city. So if there's something that I would like to change in this world would be to make this world inclusive so that every single person in this world can be independent and move around the city without taking help from anyone. I want to in the world to be abled. Like if you go to foreign, there are so many inclusive things. There are inclusive schools, streets, everything is inclusive. So I would like our city and country to also be inclusive. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Bhavya. I completely agree that the infrastructure facilities that we have around us, they need to be more inclusive for differently abled, for senior citizens, for people with infants, and so on. And I see this change especially at airports these days. Like if you go at the Kempegowda airport or Delhi, so these facilities have been implemented. I'm sure in future more facilities will be implemented at other places as well. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Anyone else who wants to take a stab?
So the next person who has raised her hand is Lakshmi Sujata.
Yeah. So Lakshmi, my topic for you is, what has been the hardest change in your life? What has been the hardest change in your life?
Thank you so much for this topic. The hardest thing in my life was to make that one decision. That one decision about, after 5 years, changing my career. Changing my career from a homemaker to a fully employed person. And it's not that. The new job offer that came my way came with having to travel at least 15 days in a month. Sounds very interesting and easy for a lot of us. But let me ask the mothers who have kids who are 10 years and below, was that an easy decision for me to take? I'm sure some of you would say no. It took me 2 complete days of self-evaluation. It took me 1 week of talking to my family to understand from them, am I taking the right decision? Will I have your support? Will you be there with me in this journey on my new path as I proceed to reach my new goals? When I got a yes from them, when I got the assurance from them that they would be there with me, I still had that 10% of doubt in my mind. But I said, let me take this up. Let me go with this change, because never know what is on the other side. And of course, I always have the choice of returning back if I feel this is not the right choice. So I decided to take up that job, and it is 1.5 years since I took that decision. And I am happy today. So yes, that was one of the toughest decisions, but I took it. Thank you.
I completely resonate with your thought. I am on the same path as well. And, once when you don't start a new journey, you think that how is it going to be possible? And you have all your doubts in your mind. But once it starts, obviously the ride is tough in the beginning, but slowly it becomes smooth. So I completely agree with you, and I'm on the same journey. So I completely align with your thoughts. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. My next speaker would be Lakshima. I'm sorry, Lakshima. Are you there?
Yeah.
So my topic for you is, what changes do you dread in the coming years? What changes do you dread in the coming years?
So when talk about that topic, the changes that I'm going to do in my future, right? So what should I actually do? That's all. This comes always to my mind, because as people we always in some kind of tension about our future. We think hardly what we should do next. Actually, what are we going to do next? So for myself, I think I'm going to change my life into another level, because I'm in my 20s. So as a student, I will be come into another level as an employee. My target is to achieve that goal. And also I'm a current student who is high school student. So I also think to achieve my goal as my A levels, to get a good result in my A levels also. I always asking myself, if the caterpillar can morph to a butterfly, so why Lakshma, that if it is possible that Lakshma also can morph into some kind of a magnificent and superb, interesting and so much knowledgeable person one day. So that's my main targets, and my main change will be in my life. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you. I really wish you best of luck so that you can pursue your aspirations, you can clear your high school, move to university, college. And kudos to you for being such a strong woman and following your passion. Thank you for sharing. Pranavi, would you want to give it a try?
Yes, Toastmaster Monica.
Yeah. So my topic for you is, COVID brought a mighty change across the world. How did it change things for you? COVID brought a mighty change across the world. How did it change things for you?
Thank you for the talk. It's really very interesting. COVID was a huge, mind-blowing, a disaster to many of our lives. But then few people have used that option to improve their passion or move a step ahead to their passion. And the change it brought in my life is I have moved a step towards my passion, that is coding. I love coding from my childhood, that is from my middle school, and due to my regular school schedule and inter schedule, I used to couldn't spend more time on coding. But due to the COVID, as we had holidays, had enough time to spend on coding and improve myself. And now I am good at coding with more than 2 languages, which I'm proud of. And I hope I would be learning. I would be learning more knowledge and learning new things towards my passion. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you. I completely agree that during COVID, all of us have dwelled into our passions. We have explored new hobbies. For me, it was reading books or writing. And but it's amazing that you have learned a new skill altogether, and that's coding. So kudos to you, and best of luck. So my next speaker would be Sunil Gupta.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah. So my topic for you is, Just when I discovered the meaning of life, they changed it. Just when I discovered the meaning of life, they changed it.
When it comes to life, I think life is not possible without change. And not life, I think nothing is possible, nothing is sustainable on this planet without change. Our earth, it also changes with its rotation and revolving around the sun. And when it comes to life, that when we take birth, and after just birth, we start morphing ourselves from infants to adult. At the time of birth, we are fed what we say milk, then after that semi-solid food, then then solid food, then chapatis. We start eating 4 chapatis and 4 chapatis, and then again we return back to semi-solid food in our old times. So life is not possible without change. And as far as I know about changes, I have somewhere read that for non-living things, and along with non-living things and living things, the main reason for change is temperature. And that's why we say that we have to adapt our changes. And that's why to adapt that changes, we have evolved ourselves. We have evolved ourselves to this level. Yeah. So life is you can say another name for change in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really like the fact when you said that all stages of human life are changing. Like we start with milk and then we turn to semi-solid food and then we have solid food and then 4 rotis, 5 rotis and so on. And then again, we return to having semi-solid. So that idea was something that attracted me really. And yes, all of us have evolved and reached a stage over here. And as you said, life is another name for change. Very well said. Thank you. Thank you. Manikandan, would you want to give it a try?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Hello. So my topic for you is, if given a choice, what would you change? If given a choice, what would you change?
Okay. First of all, thanks for the topic. So I'm the new person gonna join the Toastmaster in upcoming month. So I'm really excited about that. Before that, coming to the table topic, the one thing I just want to change. So maybe I just talk you through 2 years back what happened and then what is happening now. So I've been in a career like doing the same role for like last 12 years. And then it is going to be my 13th year now. And then in the same company, I just joined as a campus hire. And then I thought maybe I will continue the same journey for the next couple of years. I will explore something, but the new market scenario is something I can't think through as a future. So instead of thinking about short-term growth of being in the same role for some more time, so I'm thinking about maybe I should think about a role which is completely new for me. So just want to give a background. I'm from an HR business partner background. Think about like 13 years I'm doing the same role. And then if I'm going to get into a marketing or into the seller marketing role, it is completely opposite to things, because I gonna work with the completely the managers who was I'm the HRBP for them, so I will be reporting under them. So it's a completely shift which I was thinking about from last 2 years. This is one change I could have done much earlier, but I'm thinking about doing it now. So the idea of is maybe instead of waiting for some time and then making the change later, take this long-term as your first priority and then go for it. I think that's going to be my one thing I should change very soon. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing. So I would say best of luck, first of all, and changing your skill set after being in a job profile for so long, that's 13 years. I would say that it requires a lot of courage and at the same time hard work, I would say. And I wish you all the luck for that. And kudos to you for your determination. My next speaker would be Toastmaster Anand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So my topic for you is change cannot be given to you every time. You only must bring the change. Change cannot be given to you every time. You only must bring the change.
Yes. Change can't be given to every time. I have to make the change. Definitely. Making the change is one of the quality of the leadership. That whenever, if you take in any organization, when the leader new leader enter into the organization, always makes lot of changes, right? The changes is one of the responsibility of them, right? Lot many things. See, if you take that, two things, a Samsung as well as a Nokia. The Nokia, it was a talk of the town. Everybody, they speak about Nokia during the 2007, 2008. After that, the Samsung, they come into the market and they upgraded the model, right? They come with the Android model. They bring a change in the revolution of the mobile industry. That's why they reinvented the Nokia is no more. Right, the change, whether the individual or the organization, they have to bring to the center of the attraction. Then only we can reinvent ourselves and upgrade our potential. The change is inevitable. See that before COVID, I used to watch a lot of cable channel. After that COVID, during the COVID, so I started watching the streaming channel. Right. See that change, right? The change is that constant. So the change is the only constant. So even when we are in the position, often we have to upgrade ourselves to change and move to higher the ladder. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. So I really liked how you exemplified your topic. You said that in a market scenario, these businesses, they create opportunities, they find the market gap, and then they give us the products or whether the services they want the customers to use. So very nicely put, very nicely exemplified and explained your topic. Thank you.
Table topic master. We can only take one more topic.
Okay, sure. My next speaker, Toastmaster Samita.
Yes.
So my topic for you is, you are always one decision away from a totally different life. What's that decision for you? You are always one decision away from a totally different life. What's that decision for you?
Change. It takes a lot of courage for us to change. Believe me, the caterpillar also must have given a second thought whether it will want to morph into an entire beautiful butterfly or moth. Similarly, I think I can change, but that change is really something which I'm mentally not ready for. Somewhere down, there's a constant chatter in my mind, go for change, your life will become different. And the fear in me, pulling me back, saying, please do not change. It is a very difficult option that you are choosing. at this juncture where I am standing, I want to change. I want to take all the learnings that I have, my educational experiences, and I want to give it to the people around me. But for that, I need to change from offline to the online space. I need to be good in Zoom. I need to conduct meetings. I need to make videos. I need to have my online presence, which is frightening for me. But at the same time, I know the day I do that, I take that step and I change myself, I am 100% sure that I will become an entirely different person. I will be able to reach and help people in corners where I cannot dream of today sitting here. That one step of going online, that one step of making videos online, to be present on Instagram, to be present on YouTube, and make sure that I am sharing my knowledge is the change that I am looking for. Is it easy? No, as I have said, I'll reiterate, it is extremely difficult. But do I want to become that butterfly? Yes, I do want to become that butterfly. I want to morph into something really different that will take me to the greater heights that I am dreaming of. Over to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. First of all, it's such an inspiration to hear you every time you speak. So I understand transitioning from an offline space to an online space, making full usage of social media, Instagram, and using it positively, using it in a positive manner is something that all of us want to do. All of us want to waste less of our time on social media and make it more constructive. So I completely align with you, and that decision of yours, I'm sure it would be fruitful. It is fruitful. Thank you for sharing. Can we take one more topic, TMOD?
We are going over time. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
we can.
Going over time. Sorry.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
have
we
one.
can take. Yes, we can have. Right.
Okay. So I see TM Gauri who had raised her hand. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah. So my topic for you is the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new.
Change is like a vending machine. Sometimes you get what you want, other times you just keep pushing buttons. I am a qualified chartered accountant, and I was a practicing chartered accountant till COVID hit. After that, I joined a course on image consulting and soft skills training, and I started liking it so much. I started getting trainings before I completed my course. That was a new for me. The transition between old and new also came with a lot of turmoil in my mind, in my parents' mind. It was the fear of the unknown. It was leaving something established behind and going ahead in scary waters. So it was scary, it was spooky, it was sinisterly, it was all of that. But I just believe that change is the only constant, and it's like fine wine. Some people let it breathe, others chug it down and just hope for the best. So I did go for the newness in my life and took that step and moved from being a professional chartered accountant to a professional image consultant today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So transitioning from one profession to another, being a CA and then an image consultant, two different professions altogether, kudos to you and kudos to your determination. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Monica, for the wonderful table topic session. And I will just appreciate all the members and guests present for their active participation. Timer, were there any disqualifications?
No disqualifications.
Okay. If I may request the Zoom master, please launch the polls for the table topic session.
Can we do the TT poll at the end? Because Dina's speech also I will read out. After that, we will do it.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. The speaker and the TT poll I'll launch at the end together during the PO section.
right. So now that brings us to the third section of the meeting, that is the general evaluations. So I will call upon General Evaluator DTM Sourav Dutta. Over to you, DTM Sourav.
Thank you so much. And let me get started quickly with the evaluation section. So our first evaluator for today is Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur, who is evaluating Toastmaster Samita Kar. Jaspreet is a performance-driven and result-oriented soft skills coach with a vision to empower professionals and unleash their potentials. She has extensive experience as a senior English faculty in a prestigious Delhi schools and Hindustan Times. She is an IELTS trainer and a posh expert. Beyond coaching, she's also a writer and translator with Pran's Features, which involves crafting comic stories that impart ethics and values to young minds. So if you have read, how many of you have read Pran's comics? Pran?
Yes.
Yes.
Chacha Chaudhary.
Chacha Chaudhary Sabu.
Here is the lady who actually writes all of those things which you read in the comics. So you are actually meeting one of the iconic celebrities now who's going to evaluate one teacher evaluating a principal. Embrace this moment, guys. Over to you, Jaspreet.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for that. All right. Greetings of the day, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Congratulations, first of all, for delivering such an enriching speech. The first thing that you did was right at the beginning, you asked a question about Nalanda University. Right on, you connected with the audience by doing that. Immediately, the audience was there along with you. That was great. Now, first you started talking about Nalanda University, how it got destroyed, and in a very smooth flow, you straight away dived into your discussion about IIT Kharagpur without wasting any time. That was quite captivating as an audience when I was listening to it. Now, the purpose for your speech today was to demonstrate your understanding of how to use a presentation software. And you did use a PPT to bring in a comparison between Nalanda University and IIT Kharagpur. It was a great attempt, wonderful, as the presentation complemented your speech purpose. It did not have text-heavy slides, so it was a good way of using it. Along with this, your voice modulation, as always, voice modulation and body language complemented the content, whether you spoke about the library being burnt or about how, education thrived in the process of years. So the shift in your voice and expressions could be easily noticed. The pain when you talked about the library at Nalanda, and then how you were happy that education is what continued on. Now, a few things I would want you to be careful of. In the beginning, when you asked the question to the audience, you said, answer the question, don't think too much. So that was a principal speaking, not a speaker speaking. So there are 2-3 options that I thought of. One was it could have been toned a little better. Second, it could have been totally avoided. You could simply have asked the question. Third, if you still wanted, because I know you wanted to save on time at that point of time. So it could have been, tell me, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when I speak the word Nalanda? So that ways it could have been better. Now, secondly, the word is colossal, not colossal. The pronunciation is colossal. It came out, I don't know whether it was just a slip of tongue or what, but then just make a note of that. The next is PPT was a very important tool for you today. Hence, whatever little bit text was there, it was mostly pictorial, little bit text. The spell check should have been twice. It should have been done twice or thrice. So, for example, the word hectare was written as hectare. The E was missing. So that was one very important thing that you could just have rechecked. Now you can go back and do that. Now, apart from these very few things, it was a great speech that displayed body language, vocal variety, and the use of presentation in the right measure. Absolutely. So thank you for enriching us with your speech today. Thank you so much. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jaspreet, for your evaluation. So a couple of observations from my side. So generally, when a speaker uses a presentation, I would want to break my evaluation in two parts. Part one about the presentation and the part two about the speech. And uh, a good way of approaching this is to talk about how best the presentation aided the speech in delivering the key message, because the objective still remains the same, that is to deliver a key message, right? In this case, the speaker would be evaluating a particular set of slides to do it. So if that is the approach you take, then you'll be able to do justice to both parts of it. So the traditional evaluation framework will not probably be followed in this kind of a speech, because it's slightly different in terms of objectives. So instead of going with the CRC method or any of those things which we standard use in Toastmasters, try using something different. Talk about the presentation first, then talk about the speech. See one recommendation, one commendation for the presentation, one commendation, one recommendation for the speech, and then end it. The second observation is that there are certain things that we need to improve. But to be very honest, we are adult learners. And we have our own shares of, what should I say? Right, what probably would be embarrassments, or we get conscious, right? So one of those things is pronunciation. It makes us uncomfortable a little bit if I'm mispronouncing certain words. I know a lot of people tell me that I mispronounce ask. I say asks. And whenever I hear that, I feel a little embarrassed, right? Now, the thing here is that when you are calling out certain things like that in public, don't over-explain it, because you just mention and move on. That person has got it already. So, if you continuously explain for 2-3 seconds more, it adds a tad more embarrassment to the speaker. So just that one line of advisory for you on that. Coming to Samita, there's a very beautiful quote by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. He says this: to the other values of Toastmasters training, let us add this one with emphasis, that it is the busy man's and woman's, for now, best chance to take a postgraduate course in general information without inconvenience or loss of time. I think if someone has to explain this quote, they can use your presentation today. We came here today to learn about public speaking, about communication, about confidence, and we got to learn about Nalanda University, right? So that is something, that's the beauty of a Toastmaster meeting. You pay for something, you get so much more than that. And that is what makes this meeting special. I absolutely loved your presentation, a lot of learning. Didn't expect anything less from a teacher. And you absolutely made it worth our while. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samita. Thank you, Toastmaster Jaspreet, for your evaluation. Moving on to can we have a big round of applause when we move on to the next evaluator, please? Thank you. Moving on, the next evaluator for today is Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. Toastmaster Chitrakshi is a triple path breaker and the VPPR of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. She has empowered over 6,000 individuals to secure promotions, ace interviews, and excel in their visual and vocal communication. Today, Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij will be evaluating Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty. Over to you, Chitrakshi, to present your evaluation for Smruti.
Toastmaster Smruti, please excuse me if the kaleidoscope around me loses its scope and there's a lot of hullabaloo happening all around, because I'm in the middle of a holiday and I'm dropping people to the station. And that's exactly when you spoke about the kaleidoscope, that's all I could think of, because as a kid, that is the only thing I would go to all the fairs for. Every time we stepped into a fair, I'd rush to a place where I saw all these colorful kaleidoscopes, and then one day I made it. And I knew how tough it was. So if you're comparing Speechcraft program to a kaleidoscope, I'm with you. I'm really with you on this. Getting everyone together, forming that plan, forming a team, the guidance committee, and finally being able to at least think of executing it, whether it is just the orientation that you thought of for now. So I really liked how you created a plan and created little bits and pieces of people who could be your guidance committee, comparing them to people, and then asking your audience whether they understand where you're headed. So great work as far as the formation of a plan is concerned. I really liked how you took us through the entire project of understanding what you were expecting, what you are hoping, and what you want to deliver on an like an exterior outside perspective. As a leader, I want to know a little more. I want to understand how we can go deeper. What exactly is it that you have planned? Because we all understand that Speechcraft program is very tricky. And in order to keep three people, the guidance committee, the people who are the members, and sorry, the Speechcrafters and the role takers, these are three aspects which are very difficult to cover. So as one, really wanted to know how you would do that. How are you planning to do it? Not what is to come, but maybe what challenges you're expecting to face and how you hope you will overcome those challenges. Since it's high performance leadership and the way you got the idea of SMART goals, of getting a vision board, of getting all of that, I wanted to see that vision as well. I wanted you to take me through that vision of what you really have planned, so that next time I decide to take on this challenge, I want to know what I could do that Smruti did that I could not do in my previous batch, or how can I take notes from her. Third, the entire plan, your high performance leadership, everything was bang on. As the first part of the plan, as just the first speech of the plan, I think you got us through exactly where we wanted to see you. The idea of a high performance leadership and the idea of being able to execute, being able to be optimistic about executing it. All of that was bang on. A little bit of voice modulation to sound like a leader, to feel that you're the one in command, not the guidance committee, not the role takers, not the speech crafters, but it's truly Smruti who is the leader, who is the commander, who's taken the lead. So great plan as the first speech, adding a little body language to make sure that you're the one who is taking this whole thing to its element and that you're ready for it would have been a game changer. With that, thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, thank you so much, Chitrakshi. I think this is by far one of the best evaluations that you have done in the recent past. And I'll tell you why, because you used something which they call the coins framework. You started off with a connect about you dropping people in the bus stop or an airport station. Though I'm a little confused, how can that be or? It has to be an and. Did you decide midway airport ja rahe hain, let's go to there? I don't know how are you working on the logistics, but anyways, I'll leave that to you. But yeah, that connection absolutely made a lot of sense. I love the fact that you had the commendations, the recommendations, the summary. If there is one thing that I would want you to think about adding, and more from a contest perspective, because you are a contestant, is the objective. What is the speaker's objective, right? So there is a project objective and there's a speech objective. In the contest speech, as you know, you will not have a project objective to talk about, but you will still have the speech objective. So try to understand what is the speaker trying to communicate in the speech objective. So Smruti, when you started talking about speechcraft, I again expected a series of names will crop up now. You will thank me, you will thank Nancy. You did not. That was a bit of a disappointment, but then you made up for it. But by talking about the real things, right? You talked about the stuff that actually matters. While it gives a real good feel, we feel all bloated and gloated once you give all those thank yous and all that. But that serves little purpose to the people who otherwise were not a part of it. So they get to know one more time that Nancy is awesome. But how does that help her? I mean, the learning, it really does not. Your speech actually helped us learn things about speechcraft, which is something which I think someone like a Sunil or someone like a Manikandan who's new into the Gabbys ecosystem, they would benefit from. So a very good job done with your speech. Thank you, Smruti, for reminding us of the journey of speechcraft. And several people here like Jaspreet and all would also would have walked down the memory lane thinking, those beautiful times and all that. Hopefully it was beautiful. So thank you so much for bringing those memories back. Can we have a big round of applause for our second speaker and second evaluator? Today, we have a third evaluation. And this third evaluation is being presented by a superwoman. And I'm using this word very cautiously and consciously because She's literally a superwoman. She can do area contest of 4 areas together. She can do area contest of 3 clubs together. And she does it with so much ease as if, she's just having a cup of tea. Let's invite our area director for Area B4 District 92, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey, who's also the president of one of the oldest and one of the largest clubs of District 92 and India, which is Bangalore Toastmasters Club. And Toastmaster Priyanka will be evaluating our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Monica Ashwini, who is also attempting our project on active listening. So over to you, Priyanka, to present your evaluation of Monica's session.
Firstly, thank you so much, General Evaluator, for such a wonderful introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, a very good evening, and Toastmaster Monica in particular. The purpose of your project was to demonstrate and practice active listening, and at the same time provide affirming statements. And I must say, Toastmaster Monica, you demonstrated and met both the purposes very well. Kudos to you for that. I also like the fact that before you started sharing the topics, you gave the context, saying that today's theme is about change. So my topics would be about it. And I was also very amazed that all your topics were about change. In fact, how change with the topic change, how you could have so many questions very differently. I really like the fact, and I commend you for that, to bring these kind of topics. Very simple, relatable, and everyone were able to speak on these topics. And moving to the next part, which is the affirming statements you had, which clearly showed that you very actively listened to every speaker and you very rightly captured from their speech and gave those affirming statements for every speaker. Kudos to you for that. You don't the table topic master role very well. At the same time, I would also like to share certain areas, in my opinion, where you'll have to pay a little attention if you ever don't this role again. The first point that I would like to probably share would be, when you're playing a role, also explain the benefit of that role. Why table topics? How is it beneficial? And at the same time, also do share about the timelines for the table topics. The reason why it's important is we have a lot of guests to join us, and not everyone might be aware what is impromptu table topics or what is the time duration about it. That is one thing. Second thing that I also felt is something that you might have to pay attention would be is, when you were giving your affirming statements, you were losing your eye contact. You were looking up here. So when you're giving your affirming statements to a speaker, try and have it with an eye contact to them, saying that it was a great speech, and so and so. And the third thing which I felt, which you missed, was the closing statement. You directly said that you gave the affirming statement for the last speaker and said thank you and handed over to the Toastmaster of the day. I would have looked forward if you had said something like, thank you for the opportunity. Change is hope. And I hope you all embrace change and signing off so-and-so. So that would have been a great transition from your role to the next person who was taking over. That is something that I would have looked forward. Otherwise, all in all, fabulous the way you took and donned your role. All the best. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka, for a very clinical evaluation. I loved the fact that you made note of this, that the table topic master did not explain the purpose of table topics. I think that is a very important thing. In fact, I always recommend that explain it in the context of impromptu speaking rather than table topics. Table topics is a Toastmaster registered verbiage or jargon. A lot of non-Toastmasters would not be able to relate with that. But impromptu speaking, I think every one of us, and it's always a good idea to draw a parallel with the real life and explain what it is. I would have loved it if you would have explained to the table topic master how she could have done that, instead of just saying that explain the importance of table topics. So that would have probably helped her understand how to do it. Not only her, but anyone else who's going to play the table topic master role. as a seasoned Toastmaster, I think you definitely will be able to explain that better, and we can learn from you. So that's the first observation. The second observation is that I was expecting you to comment a little bit on the topics as well. How did you find the topics? And not a general, your topics were very good, but picking specific examples, like certain topics I felt was a little long. And that's something that I wanted to come up in your observation. It's always a good idea to keep the topic short, which is what is my one recommendation to the table topic master. I don't know if Monica is here. I'm guessing she is, or probably she is not. Anyways, she'll probably go through the recording. But one of the things is that I would wanted the topics to be short. Sometimes the topics were so long that by the time she finished reading out the topic, people in the meeting were lost. That what was the topic? Where did we start? So that becomes a little difficult for people. Otherwise, a great job done for the evaluation. Thank you, Priyanka. We'll move on to the TAGL team role takers now. But before that, can we have a big round of applause for the evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka, Rannorey, and the table topic master. Before I move on to the TAGL team, to spare you from listening to my long monologue for a very long time, I will quickly give an evaluation for the meeting up till this point. So first of all, the meeting started on time. This has been told many times, beaten to death as an appreciation, but good things always become better if we keep appreciating that, because in Toastmaster, we pay through the coins of appreciation. So kudos to the entire team that works behind it, Sudharma in particular, and the entire Educom team of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club combined. The meetings work like clockwork. Everything goes as it should go. The general evaluator and the TMOD hardly have to move around, getting introductions and this and that. Everything lands on their lap. People who have taken up these roles in the Gabbys, they complain when they go to other clubs that it's so easy at the Gabbys. Why is it so difficult here? And I don't blame them. I blame you for making our life so easy that we are now very pampered. So thanks for keeping us, for pampering us every meeting by putting everything on our lap and helping us do things so easily. Great job to the entire meeting management team. People who are working in the background, the Sergeant at Arms, the Secretary, the Treasurer, the Secretary, the VP Educations, and fantastic job by all the role takers as well. That's a great start behind the scenes. The promos also go on time. The promos also go as per clockwork. And promos go on everywhere. I mean, one of the things that we are infamous for is doing a lot of marketing. But I think we would love to be known for that. So that's not a problem at all. So good job, the PR team. Moving on to the Sergeant at Arms, they started the meeting right in time, ensured that the roll call was done. I'll skip the evaluation of the presiding officer. That would sound like me and myself. So I will move on to the Toastmaster of the day. A good topic to select, change, because that topic never goes out of fashion, because just when we thought that we have enough of change, there one more change that happens, and that unsettles everything that's happened till now. So when we just figured out that how life is all about, life changes, right? So that's how it always goes. My only request to you, Renu, is that please do not try to make the session more engaging. Instead of you talking about change, why not ask people to talk about their change? This is a very good topic for you to pick our brains, because in the TT section, people will get very less opportunity to speak, right? So that's why you could have used some of the pointers there that tell me a situation where a change unsettled your personal life, your work life, your academics. Like that, if you would have pricked us, then we would have been able to come up with some of the thought-provoking statements there. So that was an opportunity for you, Renu. But I think you're doing this role for the first time, right? Today is your debut role as a TMOD. Okay, fantastic job that way. I would say no hiccups, all pronunciations were perfect. You read out things the way it should be. And I think I have only got appreciation for all that you have done for today's meeting. Thank you so much. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster of the day?
Thank you.
Thank you. Our TTM Toastmaster Monica, Ashwini, good job with the topics that really made us think. Yes, that observation that I said is still valid in terms of keeping the topic short, but otherwise the topics really made us think. I was actually thinking when you gave out the topic that what would I be speaking on that? People who are in the meeting and you are not participating in table topics, please remember this is an opportunity for you to think. Don't miss out on that opportunity. Whether you're speaking or not, don't deny yourself the opportunity to think, what would I have said if I would have spoken on this topic? You have no idea how much of that helps when you actually take the stage, because your brain continuously works. Try to recollect a story. You hear a topic, recollect a story. What would I have said in that situation? How I would have addressed it? So think of that from that perspective. It will really help you when you actually start speaking. Apart from that, there is no more observation on the table topic master and the Toastmaster of the day. I'll move on to the TAGL team. So first, the timer, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. I would request you to present the timer's report, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me show my screen. Today, table topic speakers and evaluators are qualified. And kudos to all speakers. And I will share this report in the chat. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Sudharma. A short and sweet report. Does its job very well in terms of telling us that everyone qualified. I think it's the contest season. Everyone has got more respectful of time. I so wish contests continue for the entire year so that we understand the pain of getting disqualified by that 1 second. So can we have a big round of applause for our timer? A very thankless job, but a very essential job for any meeting. Moving on to our counter for today, Toastmaster Bimpy. Bimpy, can you please present the counters report?
Your general evaluator of the day. Please confirm once if screen is visible. Hello.
It is visible. It is visible.
Thank you so much. So this is how our counter report looks like. So I wanted to, first of all, I wanted to congratulate one and all for scoring less. This is the report where we are happy we are scoring less, which is less than 60 altogether. Filler words, inappropriate interjection, crush words, and repetitive words. And special thanks to Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujata, Toastmaster Samita Kar, Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal, and Toastmaster Jaspreet for using less number of crutch words, filler words, and inappropriate interjection. And also, I will be attaching and placing this report in our chat window. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Bimpy, for a couple of reasons. One, for taking up the role of the R counter the last minute. And secondly, for the reassuring report where I am back on the top of the R counters report. I was actually missing this attention for the last few meetings where I was missing on the report. So thank you for bringing me back right at the top. Appreciate. And we'll move on to the Grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sadil. Toastmaster Sadil, please present your report.
Can you see my report? Okay, this is the Grammarian report, and the word of the day for this meeting was morph. Morph means change. So instead of saying change, you can say morph. Okay, you can see some examples here as well. Now the word of the day was used 4 times, 2 times by Toastmaster Lakshima, and Toastmaster Sunil used it only 1 time, and Toastmaster Samita used it as well. So kudos to all of these 3 speakers for using the word of the day. And then let's move on to the good usage in the meeting. Someone has uttered exhibit. Exhibit means showing or displaying. And we have delicate balance. That means a balance or an equilibrium which can easily broken. That means it's very fragile. And we have monotonous. Monotonous means everything is going at a constant level. No vary, that means it's boring. If someone's speech, there are no vocal variation, that means the vocal variety is going at a constant level, we can say your speech is monotonous. Okay, monotonous means constant or boring. And someone else uttered in a nutshell. In a nutshell means briefly and concisely. That means short and sweet. And we have scope. Scope means span, range, and optimal means ideal. Okay, we can say that Toastmasters is an optimal solution to improve our public speaking abilities. And we have prevail. Prevail means becoming more powerful than the opposition. That means conquering or winning. And we have blueprints. Blueprints means a plan or a drawing of something, especially regarding to architecture. We have abruptly. Abruptly means suddenly. We have dread. Dread means worrying about something or having a fear of something. And finally, we have exemplify. That means clarify. Now let's move on to the points of recommendations of your use of language. Someone, instead of giving some examples and at the end saying like that, we can use the Latin word etc. etc. And secondly, we have at the general evaluators session, instead of that, we can say in the general evaluators session. And we, the word, the past tense of learn, we can use either learned or learned. Both are applicable. And when you are talking in second person, that means you are using the word you. Don't use is with you. Instead, say you are. Please use are when you are talking in second person. So all in all, we had a great meeting and a great usage of English as well. And I encourage you to use the word of the day outside of Toastmasters as well. The word of the day was morph, that means gradual change. And I would like to give the control back to our general evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, our grammarian, Toastmaster Sadil. I absolutely love it when visiting role takers adopt our PowerPoint and do such a seamless job in terms of updating the report. The Gabbys grammarian reports are way too detailed than what we generally see elsewhere. And I must say that you morphed very quickly into the Gabbys grammarian role. So good job with that. Two call outs, I would say. One is exemplify. The spelling of exemplify in the report was incorrect. So just fix that. And the second is I have a view that etc. is something which is more appropriate when we are writing. When we are saying probably and so on is probably a better way of saying that. Definitely like that is not a good usage of English language, but and so on is probably better than using etc. So that's, but that's just my personal observation. I have not researched whether that's the right or wrong usage. You can probably let me know if I'm wrong. Thank you so much. And one more thing is that we have Dina also who used the word of the day. She used it in chat. I have the chat message and I will read it out. So please add Dina's name also in your word of the day report. And I will read out in some time. Right, Dina? Give me a thumbs up. Good. Thank you so much. And with this, let me now invite our listener, Mita, very quickly, 3 questions or 5 questions at best.
So now I'll be asking a question, few questions. The speaker, second speaker compared a speechcraft with some object.
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Then IIT Kharagpur was founded in the year, which year it was founded?
1995.
1951. 1951.
Yes, correct. Then 2 famous kings contributed for library.
Harshvardhan and one more.
And one more?
Dharampala.
Yes,
Dharampala.
correct. Yes. And how many months it took for it was burning? The library was burning for how many?
6 months.
Correct. And the last one is Nalanda University was how many years old?
700 years.
700.
Thank you. Over to you. All the speakers, I mean, all the listeners were very carefully answered everything. Thank you for all the listeners and thank you for all the members. Thank you. Back over to you, General.
Thank you so much, Mita. Just one quick observation. I learned this from Nancy. She had a very pertinent observation that a listener role is not to just ask the question, but also tell us that how did we do in terms of listening. So just mention something like this. I had all the questions, you had all the answers, which means that as a team, we have done a very good job in listening. So that words of encouragement actually makes us listen better and more actively going forward. Before handing over back to the Toastmaster of the day and sharing my observations before that, I would also want to read out the table topic by Dina. She has requested me to read that out for her. So I'm going to put her in spotlight. So thank you, Toastmasters madam. My life is morphing ideas and changing ideas. I'm becoming a good speaker. I think I can use a chat box through online Zoom to morph as a better speaker. There is smile in my speech during the meeting. I morph in improving. I morph and improve to become powerful in expressing my feelings that morph really in my mind. It changes. And thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for helping me morph into becoming a better speaker. Thank you, Dina, for coming and giving us a brilliant speech every time. And in terms of evaluation, what can I say? I mean, you have a superpower of giving a speech on chat. I would not even be anywhere close to your capabilities in that respect. So absolutely, you are a rock star. I mean, there is nothing else that I can say. Thank you so much. And using the word of the day, I think no one can beat you. Not in this club, not in Toastmasters, not anywhere in the world. You are just a superwoman. Thank you so much, Dina, for joining us. Thank you. Coming to the meeting evaluation, a quick run through of the meeting. I won't take much time, just very quickly. Couple of things I was a little disappointed with at the beginning of the meeting when I saw a few role takers dropping off and new changes coming in and all of that. Avoidable, very easy to say as a general evaluator, very hard to do as a PP education. And since I'm wearing both the hats, I would say that you are doing a fantastic job, Sudharma. So it's not in your control, but then as a club, please be mindful that we need to honor our commitments in Toastmasters just the way we honor our commitments beyond Toastmasters. If anything, Toastmaster teaches us how to honor our commitments without the pressure of punishment. So let's value that and let's celebrate that. That's a great learning in that it will see in life as well. While that is something which is concerning, what is really spectacular is when we had a dropout, almost immediately, seamlessly, except for people who are a part of the Educom team or a part of the officers group, no one realized that there was any drop. It absolutely happened seamlessly. The accounter went, a new accounter came. When all this happened, no one even realized. It just seamlessly happened. Something changed on the agenda. If that was spectacular, something even more spectacular was when we had a confusion about the evaluator too. At one point of time, we had like 2-3 evaluators coming up saying that, okay, I'll be the backup for the evaluator. So much so that the speaker got scared that, how many people will evaluate me, right? And all of these people who were up for evaluating her were all clinical evaluators. So I totally understand where she is coming from, right? So that also shows the strength of the Gabbys. But then this is one strength we don't want to see very often. So let's try to ensure that we keep this, if we take a role, we keep the commitment. So that's the only feedback in terms of what could have been improved. The rest I will share offline with the team. And with this, I will hand over the stage back to Renu. Renu, very quickly, you'll have to hand over the mic back, the control back to me because I have to invite our area director also. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Saurav, for all the enriching session. And as I conclude, so like we embrace technology, transition our career, adjust lifestyles, and changing our family dynamics such as marriages, births, deaths, or children departing for college or work, all necessitate the acceptance. So given the inevitability of the change, let us all cultivate open-mindedness and mindfulness as well. Addressing change promptly can prevent larger issues down the road. And as they say, a stitch in time saves 9. Thank you. And over to you, Presiding Officer DTM Saurav.
Thank you so much, Renu. That was quick. Thank you so much for doing it so diligently. Can we have a big round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day once again? I will now hand over the control to our area director, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey, to very quickly share her observations about the meeting as an area director. And over to you, Priyanka. And while you do that, please allow me to launch the polls in parallel. That will save us some time. Thank you so much. Over to you, Priyanka.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. First thing I would like to also say that being a Gabbys member and the area director makes me feel very proud, because Gabbys has been very supportive with the area, division and beyond. Has always been very supportive and always been there for us. And also when Sourav did mention that I'm a superwoman, I would also give the credit to my mentor, who has helped me don so many roles and given me the opportunity, then that's none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Thank you so much for that. But yes, Gabbys have always maintained a standard, and it has always been with that standard. And the meetings have always been exceptional, where you only learn and just makes us much more stronger and stronger. And thank you so much for that. Over to you.
Oh, that's the shortest area director speech or any district officer speech that I have listened to. Thank you so much, Priyanka. There's so many reasons that we admire you for. One of this is your humility and your modesty. Me, myself, and you are like poles apart. Thank you so much. That's something that I need to learn from you. With this, I would now start closing on the session. And while I do that, I do see a couple of people that I can take feedback from I missed when we started this meeting. So Samir Wahid. Samir, would you want to quickly share your 30 seconds feedback about the meeting while we quickly wrap up the polls, please?
Thank you. It was my first time at Toastmasters. Thank you for having me on board, and I really look forward to joining you. It was nice to hear so many people talk about so many things. It's really inspiring. So I'm looking forward for more sessions.
Thank you, Samir. And Samir, which part of the world are you from?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Okay. So you're from India, Bangalore. Great. Lovely. Thank you, Samir, for joining us today. I also see, did we miss any other guest? Sunil. Yeah, we didn't hear your, we would love to hear back as well.
Yes, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give the meeting number 8. Because there is always room for improvement. So nothing perfect, but I was blown away by by some speakers like Samita Kar and Smruti Mohanty, by their thoughtfulness and ideas. And I always love to listen to you. And I always get some tangible results from Gabbys meetings, from the Gabbys meetings. I really love to join Gabbys meetings and learn something every time from every meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunil. And we love it when you join us. We love it when all of you join us as guests. And I am almost towards the end of the last poll. I have time for taking one more feedback. So this time, let me ask one of our newest members who joined us. Mani, how does it feel to be a part of the Gabbys? Now you're on the side.
So you can just see my commitment before I'm joining. So I'm still at my office to ensure that avoiding the traveling part. So it's great. I think I'm coming back again after a month of time period where I was traveling back to back. But Gabby is something is I always looking forward. The reason is more convenient in terms of the timing or maybe the virtual forum what we can provide. It's more convenient as a working professional. And the second most important thing, I can see individual from across all other countries too, where I can get an exposure from them. The third element, when I look at a couple of tenured people here in terms of Toastmaster, when they share the knowledge in terms of how they look at, for me, like whenever people speak, we will listen to them, but it's more about the thought process, how you dissect and then you share the feedback, right? So there is no limitation. So it is actually like very progressive when I see in the last month. Thanks to you again. It's very progressive meeting for me.
Thank you so much, Mani. And I launched the last poll, which is for the favorite role taker. I'm sorry, from Dina. Dina, yeah, over to you. How did you like the meeting? Very good, right? Okay, thank you so much. I know you love the meeting and he loves you. Thank you, Dina. And we are going to now quickly announce the poll results. So, oh my God, we have got a lot of interesting results today. Let me start with the best, the favorite table topic speaker. And we have got a three-way tie here. Yeah, we have got a three-way tie here. So the tie is between Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujata, Toastmaster Samita Kar, and Toastmaster Dina McInroy. Congratulations so much, all the winners of the table topic speech today. Congratulations, Dina. Congratulations, Samita. And congratulations, Lakshmi. Okay. No one is more ecstatic about the victories than Dina is. Clearly, she gets the most enthusiastic participant award. Should we have stopped launching that poll because there is no one who can come close. Okay, moving on. The ties continue. Coming to the best speaker. It's a tie between two people. I know it's very difficult to choose between two great speakers. So no wonders we have a tie here. So Toastmaster Samita and Toastmaster Smruti, you both walk away with 50% of the votes. Congratulations to both of you. And again, a tie in the best auxiliary role taker. I don't know what is the day today. Today is a tie day. I thought it was a Tuesday. Okay. So today, again, we have got a tie between two roles. Very interesting. One is Grammarian, Toastmaster Sadil Jayathilake. And the second one, again, goes to someone who's from Sri Lanka. Our timer for today, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. So, congratulations to Sadil and Toastmaster Sudharma, two wonderful Toastmasters from our neighboring country, from Sri Lanka. Thank you so much for coming and taking the role and doing it so well. Thank you. Appreciate. Moving on to the best evaluator. Okay, this just fell short of tie by 1 vote. So the winner got 5 votes. The other two got 4 votes. Okay. So this kind of broke the tie of the tie. So the winner in this case is Toastmaster, our area director, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey. Congratulations, Toastmaster Priyanka, for a wonderful job as the evaluator today. You now know why you're a superwoman. Whatever you do, you've got a Midas touch. Great job, Priyanka. Moving on to our okay, and the favorite role taker. Okay, that's yours truly. No ties here. Thank you so much. And with this, I would now close this meeting, adjourn the meeting, and we are going to meet next on Thursday, 28th of March. And that's a meeting that you would not want to miss. We have got a speech marathon with 7 speakers, 7 evaluators, which includes one panel discussion as well. So it's going to be one Thursday that you are going to absolutely love it. There's no table topics, but then there's so much more that you would definitely not want to miss that session. Thank you so much. See you again on Thursday, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.